All right, it's back on.
There you go. See, that was your problem. It's because of Modern Warfare 2. Look at this. Let me show you something for future reference. Right. You know how whenever you pulled up that screen to go across to pull your window up for the background?
Uh-huh.
Instead of doing that, just highlight.
Okay.
And then look what's going to happen.
It's going to have all of them, though.
There you go. And then you just click which one you want.
Well, why can't I do it the way I did it? Why can't I do it the way I did it?
Yeah, but this is simpler, see?
No.
Then you can pull up.
That's not what's up there.
Up there. Oh, let me click it. It's glitching with me. 1 second. Are you freezing on your end or am I? Okay, there you go. See? And then you pull it up just like that. But it's simpler than having to go through the opposite way from having to pull it across the screen. We need to figure out why it's stretching this shit. We'll figure that out later, though. There's something else. Pay attention to this down here because it's using a different encoder today.
All of them are stretched like that.
Huh?
All of them are stretched like that. I gotta like minimize it and then pull it up so I can click the bottom.
Oh shit! I know why that new graphic card update came out yesterday.
Yeah, but it's been doing that every time. What's up, man?
Hello, yay. One last question.
Been doing that every time.
So we're actually just really leaving the trailer here.
That's cool.
So as far as that blue paper you gave us,
stick it on front of your trailer.
But the truck, we'll be gone with the truck.
Stick it on front of your trailer.
Oh, the trailer. Stick it on front. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any like stronger tape by any chance? Because the clear tape wasn't holding.
You got like a clipboard thing on the front of your trailer?
Damn.
It should have y'all should have a door on there or
okay, let me figure I'll figure it out.
You got a door on the front of it? Like a little where you put your paperwork in?
Yeah, I think we do actually.
Just
put it there.
Ping it up in there.
Perfect.
All right.
All right, let me see this little thing here.
Orange.
Yeah.
Yellow. Orange. Yeah, green.
Okay, don't pay attention to the colors. What you want to pay attention to is right here. You see where it says these numbers?
Yeah, 10159.
If it goes to anything below, if you see 0 on that first number,
yeah,
then your stream is disconnected. One of the streams is disconnected.
Then you've got 30 seconds to get out before the explosion. That's when you when you set when you do the safes on Call of Duty, and you go in there and you got to mash X to put the explosive on the front of the safe. You got to get away from it.
Oh shit! Call of Duty references, Jamie. You got and these drop frames doesn't matter. The reason they're saying that there's this many drop frames is because you're getting better streaming through these two than you are YouTube.
ODYSEE and Facebook, baby.
Yeah, it's better streams through there than on there. But you're good now. Oh, by the way,
Libertarian.
Shit, that scared the fuck out of me, dude.
I played that one.
Whenever I opened up your messenger, it fucking popped up at that like red
Happy
sound.
International Men's Day.
You got a full screen. And then you can open it up whenever you want, and you should be good. Oh, and also in the gaming, you need to call me back before you go to gaming because I noticed earlier that the background for the gaming is zoomed in a little bit. You can't see the person on the very bottom. You can't see, like, you know how all the tags are on the bottom for all 4 people? Like you, whoever your teammates are, it cuts off the bottom teammate.
Uh-oh.
So it's zoomed in. It's like cutting off half of like part of the screen. Okay. Or you can do it, and I can tell you how to do it.
Gotcha.
But just call me whenever this is over, okay?
Okay. It's going.
But yeah,
probably about 15, 20 minutes.
Huh?
Probably about 15, 20 minutes.
What?
We'll be calling.
Oh, shit. Well, you do. If you do that, then hell. Do it. Just do it. Go ahead. Do it. I'll talk to you later, man.
All right. Later. It's International Men's Day out there. All of y'all ladies out there, y'all know what that means. Oh, it's like Christmas and our birthday. It's like Christmas and our birthday.
Do you think men are important? Like for what?
I can't hear that. What the hell is she saying? I can't hear it. There's a problem right there. That was the problem right there. Let's rewind it. Make it big again.
Do you think men are important?
I still can't hear it.
Like for what? We'll take a break.
I can't hear it. Something's wrong. Hold up. Stop. Wait a minute. Let me put my backup in it. See, something's gone.
Okay, welcome back. Rumble's having an issue
What
with
the
the
hell?
show this morning.
Drizzy.
I think Rumble's got a technical problem.
I can't hear it.
So on everybody that normally watches on Rumble, go to Real America's Voice, go to War Room, go to Getter. Getter's maybe the easiest place else to watch. As soon as the Rumble technical personnel tell the Real American Voice,
Nano.
the great Parker, who's always there bailing us.
That's Nano. That's what it was. Make it big.
Do you think men are important?
Sally Strode.
Like for
And that's Cher. She's 83 years old in that picture.
what? We'll take a break.
Coal miners, 96.2% are men. Garbage men, 95%. Railroad workers, 94.3%. Engineers, 86.3%. Armored guards, 88.7%. Look, that guy's glass got busted. Somebody's trying to rob him. See how he was steering that thing? Gritting his teeth. Cable installers, 95.4%. Mechanics, 96.4%. Hold up, let's back that up because that was a U joint. U joint right there. U joint goes up in there. That's for your drive line, ladies. That's what makes your car run. Landscapers, 90%. Scientists, 70%. Steel workers, 93.6%. Where's all the women working at? Oh, they working down at Subway. That's where the women's working at. Subway, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Checkers. Truck drivers, 98.6%. That 1.4% of truck drivers that you see out there that's women, most of them's hot. Woo!
Do you think men are important?
Hell yeah, I think men are important.
Like
What the hell kind of question is that, Sally? Remember when she used to be on the air? Back in the 80s and 90s. Good thing that bitch is gone. White out, Buffalo Heart. Damn, that's loud. Buffalo Heart. This is what the government's doing with our weather. What Shannon Burke used to say, the spinolator. They cut the spinolator on down there. Well, yeah, that's exactly what they did, Shannon. So you're making fun of it, and it's actually happening. Look at that. See that wall right there? See that wall? Looks like the ice wall down there at Antarctic that circles around the globe. It's not a globe. Circles around the dinner plate. Ice wall like that right there, about 600 foot high. Can't get over it. They won't let you explore it. Well, they let you go down here to this area right here. Yeah, but that's bullshit. I want to go off into this area over here where they won't allow nobody so I can see the giants and shit and the aliens and the mammoths. This over here is where I want to be at. Where it be like the land that time forgot. Or the land of the lost. We get to ride you get in the raft and you go in the cave system. Big mosquito bit him on the back. He said, I'm feeling woozy. That mosquito's body was that big around from all the blood he sucked out of him. And he fell back on it and busted it. And that was a bunch of wasted blood. But the Tyrannosaurus Rex could smell that shit. And that's how it snuck up on him. Now, he was tracking that Tyrannosaurus Rex all night long, waiting on him to pee. So he could get up under and catch it. He caught it in that big old, I don't know where he got that thing at. He had it like one of them canteens. He caught all that Tyrannosaurus Rex pee in. And he doused himself with it. And he got in his eyes and it was burning real bad. Ugh! And then he gargles some of that shit. Oh, that's how you get diverticulitis. What if you was in a plane and you was flying and you run into some shit like that? Oh, and the instruments stop working, and you gotta crack the window and look out to see if you can spot the beacon light. So you're coming in for a landing. On and on. You are here paying taxes to pedophiles. We're right here. Right there at that, can I make that bigger? Right there we are. If you'd walk outside right now and wave, we could see you. That's a lovely picture that they got right there. CGI. That's beautiful. See how this is circled like that? That's round too. That's a dinner plate. North Pole's right here. This right here is Earth. All around the edge. Look at that. But we're over here paying taxes to pedophiles. Where's the bitches at on Ghislaine Maxwell's list? Still ain't seen them bitches. But we know every January 6th person that was in the Capitol legally. How you know they was legal? Because they opened the doors. Let's see the video footage. And now y'all want to go after my man Trump and say some bullshit about go back and read his tweets before y'all took him off, or his Facebook post. Go back and read what he said before y'all shut him down. We know what y'all doing, and y'all know what you're doing. You shut him down because y'all got caught. He told you all you got caught. Y'all all got caught. We got the proof. It's just a matter of time before he releases it. Now, you know Trump come out last week and said, I'm doing a thing at Mar-a-Lago. We're going to have some big news, historic big news. People was going, what the hell is he going to say? It's historic. What's going to happen? Guess what the deep state did? They had to use a missile over there in Ukraine into Poland and blame it on the Russians to clog up the damn news. And it wasn't the Russians. It was Ukraine that did it. I don't understand why NATO didn't get mad at Ukraine for sending that missile into NATO country, Poland. Y'all was finna jump on Russia's ass for doing it. Why aren't you doing it for Ukraine? Oh, that's where we launder all our money, Jamie. We can't get onto them because we got that bushy-haired boy over here selling cryptocurrencies to Zelensky to funnel the money back to all the Democratic people so we can keep putting them in power. Y'all ain't fooling nobody. Y'all got caught. Uh-oh. John Wick who?
Son G on the class. 24 trophies. Fly off the rim like Kobe. Flying the coupe when I'm Florida. She blowing on my phone, I'm ignoring it. Benz goes, came from shake the boom, boom, boom. Bride or groom. Boy still married to the student. Son G on the class. Little mama finna shake some.
He did it out of the
this
damn
cash, she won't see
glass.
chains. But I'm still playing James with the pads. Chains is icy. Racks and the Benz was pricey.
That's bad shit right there.
24 trophies. Fly off the rim like.
Fly off the rim like Kobe. But they got magnets in them rims. Magnets in the basketballs. Y'all boys can't shoot no ball, right? Convincing people you can go to the penthouse suite by taking the elevator to the bottom floor. Since 1958. NASA, see that arc? Where's that going to? Where's that arc going to? Well, it's going out over the ocean. See how the arc's like that? Well, why don't it just go straight up and go through the atmosphere? Well, you can't go up there because we got a dome over us. See it? You can see it right there with all these pictures side by side. Always the arc. Always the arc. Stay asleep, my friends. Stay asleep. Shalisa arrives at 5:45 a.m. to vote before work. That girl's got a job. She's a keeper. Tabulator rejects the ballot. She's feeding it in there that won't take it. Flat Earth, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Jimmy, it's Melissa. Don't mean to ruin your fun, but today is Forrest's birthday. Happy birthday, Forrest.
It's Forrest's birthday today?
Yes, sir, it is.
Well, hold on. I thought he told me it was his birthday last week or something, 2 weeks ago.
No, it's today.
Oh, it is today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll get him. We'll
All right, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We'll get him. Bye-bye. Forrest's birthday, huh? Didn't I sing the forest already? It don't matter. I'll sing to you again. I like hearing my voice. 7 a.m. to tech arrives. Can't fix it. Don't know what's going on. He's got his tool belt on. Glasses, hard hat, because you got to have a hard hat. OSHA will write your ass up if you come in here working on that computer without a hard hat on. You never know when a pin's going to fall and strike you in the head from somebody hanging out on top of the damn cabinets. It's a safety violation. Can't fix it. Tells the people to put the ballot in box 3 or leave. She stays. She says, I ain't going nowhere. I'm here to vote. I'm here to exercise my rights. 8:30 a.m. Dominion arrives. Resets the machine. Click the reset button on the backside. Hit it on the side a couple times. Don't work. No luck. She looks at the ballot. Ink is faded. Like it's disappearing ink. Unreadable. 9 a.m. She misses work. Well, I don't know why she misses work. You could have went and voted and come in late. Stretch out your day. Stay at work just a little bit later to make up for the time that you missed.
Don't be arrested.
Well, let's not
Here you
say
go.
We need.
Who? I seen her in here a while ago. Where's she at? Where's she at? I seen that skank. There she is, Sassy. Sassy right here. This is your federal government infiltrating people that were up there at the Capitol on election day, or January the 6th. This is January 6th guy. This guy's name is Ray Epps.
We need to go. I'll say it. All right. We need to go in to the Capitol. We are going to the Capitol.
There he is again during the daytime.
It's that direct.
This is the guy that when Director Ray's been questioned about him. Well, we can't talk about that. Well, that's what you always say. That's how you always skirt the law, going, we can't divulge how we're operating out here in the real world because we're some shady bastards.
Please spread the word.
Epps is met
Please spread the word. Tell all your family and friends to come on down and get involved in this insurrection that we're plotting. Just like the one when we tried to get Gretchen Whitmer, when 12 of the 18 people were FBI informants. Them other 6 guys just was at the Waffle House. Y'all want to ride with us? Where y'all going? We're going to go down here and drink some beer. Well, come on, yeah, let's go. And to get down there and go, put your hands behind your back. What? We come down here to drink beer. Y'all bitches is trying to kidnap Gretchen Whitmer. Oh, you mean that demon that put COVID-infected people into the nursing homes and killed them? Is that the bitch you're talking about?
discussed by Trump crowds time and again.
Tomorrow, we need to go into the Capitol.
As far as we know, this guy, who clearly had some kind of management role that day, has not been arrested, has not been charged, or even...
He was, however, on the FBI's most wanted list to be taken off.
Publicly identified.
Not because he was arrested, but because if they did pick him up, it would shine a spotlight on him. But by them not doing it, and all these people out here now has got cameras and shit, we're all the press now. Taking pictures of everything that you see. That's Bob Butthole. Let me turn back over here. I want to see that shit. Gray hairs.
What is that about? Here's some of the video.
Yeah, who's this guy up here with the bullhorn?
So there he is, Scaffold Commander.
Scaffold Commander. He was with the Avengers on X-Men in Stan Lee's comic book shit.
Commanding the crowd to break the law. There was the largest manhunt in American history conducted after this day, January 6th. We're still talking about it, as noted, a year later.
Right.
And yet this guy is not only unidentified, nobody in authority seems interested in the slightest in finding out who he is. Now, why is that?
Did you have confidential human sources dressed as Trump supporters inside the Capitol on January the 6th prior to the doors being...
This guy was a sheriff down there in Louisiana. He called out Pook Pook and Trey Trey or some shit like that and said, y'all boys don't want to go to no war with us because we got guns and we shoot back.
Being open?
Again, I had to be very careful.
It should be enough.
See, this is where he goes. I had to be very careful on what we're talking about. And what he said, it should be no, dickhead.
Can you not tell the American people, no, we did not have confidence?
Notice he's twiddling his fingers over. He's a little nervous. He might be getting hot under the collar.
Potential human sources dressed as Trump supporters positioned inside the Capitol.
Gentleman's time has expired.
You should not read anything into my...
This is what I'm reading into your bullshit, Ray. The FBI is crooked. At least the top people are. And I would say the whole damn group of you is crooked. Because ain't nobody from the bottom put cuffs on your ass.
Decision not to share information.
Director Ray,
confidentially.
gentleman's time has expired.
Gentleman Ray, the gentleman's time has expired, Mr. Ray. You ain't got to keep talking. You going to get us all in trouble if you keep talking, Mr. Ray. Because that black guy's a Democrat, crook, traitorous son of a bitch to this country. Just because he's black? No, because he's a traitor. That's why. Don't got nothing to do with his skin color. We got a bunch of traitors over here on our side. Mitch Turtleneck McConnell and Lindsey No Name's girlfriend Graham. That's a Republican for you, and he's white. Traitorous son of a bitch. Nancy, her husband likes to get hammered while he's getting butt raped. But it wasn't rape, Jamie. Why not? He was letting him do it. It ain't rape if you're letting him. Yeah, Mike Pence is the only person in Trump's orbit that the FBI ain't investigated yet. I wonder why that is. Because this man right here, I believe, allegedly, he has been doing things with children. He's a pedophile. Allegedly. Is his name in the black book of Ghislaine and Epstein? Probably. We don't know because y'all won't show it to us. Why not? Because it's got a bunch of people in there that powerful people, Jamie. And we can't show you that because if you did, y'all might get mad. Weak men more likely to be socialist, study claims. Oh my God. Give a thumbs up if you believe Kari Lake won the Arizona election. Thumbs up. Frank, where you been at? Fired up every day. Just a bit outside. NASA never a straight ascension. This is going to the moon. If you'll notice, the moon is right here. Just a bit outside. That's Bob Euchre. Notice that arch. Why is it arched like that, Jamie? Because there's a dome up here. You can't go straight up and hit it. Fall back to earth. So it's got to go that way, out across the ocean. Why? See, it goes way out there beyond our sight and we can't see it. Just a bit outside. Geraldo Rivera. This bitch ass, I'm willing to bet he's on the list too. For the good of the nation, Ford pardon Nixon. For the good of the nation, Biden should pardon Trump. Pardon him for what? Ron Flipikowski. This is a bitch boy right here. Bitch boy Ron Flipikowski with his Nazi Ukrainian flag that he's flying. The check mark, $8, please. Pay up $8. You got that check mark there, Ron Flipikowski. If the people stand up, the game's over. It damn sure is. Here we go. Here we go. More pictures. See, this is in a pool. Green screen. And this is CGI where it looks like it's floating over the earth. It ain't floating over the earth. Them bitches in a pool. Raw malachite is mesmerizing. That shit does look good on it. Ooh, it looks like some kind of jello or something. Bring back Trump.
See, this guy keeps on trying to bump me every time I walk by.
You white?
Dude, I'm walking down the street.
I'm standing here. I'm allowed.
Let him go sideways.
Get out of my...
Oh, pushed him down. Don't take much to push this damn soy boy down. He don't have no testosterone to hold his balls up. And this guy right he's armed. Mask. I thought y'all was against Antifa, anti-fascists, but y'all out here doing what the government tells you. Put your mask on, boy. You got the COVID running around. Put your safety goggles on, too. Because that's how you get the COVID. That shit gets in your eyes. No, that's how you get pink eye at the strip club.
I'm not leaving, guys. You're trying to get in my way. I'm here on a public street. Get out of my way. Oh my God,
get
guys!
out of
I'm
my
so
way,
scared. The Antifa, they brought their play guns.
They got their guns.
Squirt guns. Oh my God! Your arts and crafts time. Did this mess
got
up
the
your arts and
rainbow
crafts time?
flags
You'll
on.
be able to go home and play with your arts and crafts.
Why is it so tiny?
Look how scary they are. Oh my God, this guy's so scared. I'm so scared. He's got his gun, his big gun. He's a big bad guy. Oh my God, I'm so happy you're protecting these children so they can go get indoctrinated
protecting the drag queen story hour pedophiles.
and go in there for transgender story time. You're such a good
Notice
American.
the triangle he's got there.
God bless this guy. Look at him. I'm scared. How dare you? I mean, these are the real cowards. They're hiding behind their masks.
And
They
the
got
rainbow
their
flags.
little guns. They think they're so tough. We're at a bookstore here in Denton, Texas, where they're trying to do drag queen story hour. And of course, the typical people here with their masks on, not able to actually stand up for what they believe in because they're all cowards. Officer, you think it's unusual they have their assault weapons like that out here in front of a place like this? Is that normal? No comment. I'm walking down the street.
I'm standing here. I'm allowed.
Let him go sideways.
Get out of my...
Oh, I fell.
All right, Alex, you need to leave.
I'm not children. But see, these are the real scaredy cats. They gotta walk around with a gun. They can't handle themselves like a real man. All right, guys, I just want to announce I'm Primetime 99 Alex Stein, and I love y'all, even though you guys don't love me, and I know you guys probably love children a little too much, but I'm very empathetic to you guys. I love you guys. Even these guys with the guns, I feel sorry that you guys were probably abused as children, and I really hope you guys get the mental health care that you guys deserve. I love you guys. God bless you all. I love you guys. I love your rights. I think you guys are great. We need to actually transition more children. We need more drag queen story time for elementary school kids.
Confront them bitches. Don't let them scare you.
Not politicize the Department of Justice.
Based on recent developments, including the former president's announcement that he is a candidate for president in the next election.
That is something that the president said.
I have concluded that it is in the public interest to appoint a special counsel.
Special counsel. What about the 6 years previous where y'all were investigating? Did y'all find anything then? No. So what makes you think you're going to find something now? Well, this has to do with January 6th. Well, I seen what he said January 6th. He said, let's go down there peacefully. March down peacefully. Down to the Capitol. He said peacefully. He didn't say go in and break shit. That's where Ray Epps steps in. He goes, we got to go into the Capitol. And then you got people inside where he said, do you have people inside? And he said, oh, I can't answer that. Well, why can you? The answer should be no, bitch. Did you have people inside the Capitol? Like that guy that went up to the door and said, and tried to open it, wouldn't open because of the lock, the magnetic lock. He looks up and goes, hey. And then, voila, it opens right up. Clown show.
And that continues to be true. We do not politicize the Department of Justice.
Based on recent developments, including the former president's announcement that he is a candidate.
Look, this is what we're going to need out there on the stage with me when I'm out there acting like an ass. I'm going to need somebody of color, and I'm going to need a woman. If you could find me a gay woman of color, I would appreciate it. So we got this gay woman of color right here, and we got this gay woman.
Candidate for president in the next election.
That is something that the president said.
I have concluded that it is in the public interest to appoint
He
a
has
special
concluded.
counsel.
And that continues to be
Did you
true.
conclude anything on Hunter Biden? There he is. Hunter's in the picture. Oh, he got in the picture. He got this girl. This is a Biden that got married at the White House today. That's Uncle Hunter. He said this is. I don't know what this is he's wearing. I think it's like a jock strap. She's got her hands on him. She was there when he was taking showers with Ashley. She might have been taking pictures. We don't know. She could have been. Donald Trump is not a politician. He's a leader. Politicians are a dime a dozen. Leaders are priceless. Clarence Henderson, American civil rights activist. Black guy. I reckon that's a white supremacist right there. He just happens to be black.
Right now in the United States, there is still a COVID emergency. And one of the big stories
COVID emergency. Y'all heard about the big COVID emergency we still got going on? Have you noticed the dead people on the streets left and right? It's hard to get to work nowadays because I'm dodging bodies. Start riding in my Bobcat so I can scoop them. I use the hand controls. I don't like the feet pedals. I'm used to doing the hand controls. Scoop that bitch up. To the right, to the left. I'm making the road up through there so we can all get to work. Push the dead people out to the curb. They can have the prisoners come pick them up. Throw them in the big piles over there and set them on fire with diesel so we're not spreading the zombie AIDS out there that gets in the air and everybody gets infected. Brains, I need some. You know it.
Health and Human Services was supposed to give 60 days notice to states if it was planning on ending the COVID emergency. Now, it has recently been re-upped just a couple weeks ago, and it was going to be ending supposedly in January of 2023. But that 60-day limit came and went. That was on November 11th, and there was no sign from HHS or the Biden administration.
Here we go. This is for Forrest. Sipping, where's Forrest at? Tell him to get his shoes on. Sit down, sit back and relax. You can put your head back and close your eyes and listen to the sultry voice. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Forrest. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Forrest. Sip and tie his ass up. Get the wheelbarrow. Give him a real treatment for tonight. That's what he wants on his birthday. Put the ball gag in tight so the neighbors can't hear him screaming. Yeah. Take pictures. Happy birthday, Forrest. This is Kathy Griffin. I think it looks like Anderson Cooper or Andy Dick. Andy Dick, that's who it is. Andy Dick in drag. And it did sort of look like she had a penis. Right there. That's a guy. That's Andy Dick. That's Andy Dick or Anderson Cooper's brother, the one that got killed. That fell out the window. Why? Well, I don't know, sacrifice. Needed a sacrifice. Elon Musk tweets skull and bone symbol of the 322nd day of the year. November the 18th. That's the day. That's yesterday. 323rd in leap years in the Gregorian calendar. 43 days remain until the end of the year. 322, skull and bones.
And yet they go after innocent people under the guise of legitimacy. Over the years, I've given millions and millions of pages of documents, tax returns, and everything else, and they have found nothing.
This is his thing last night.
Nothing, which means I've proven to be one of the most honest and innocent people ever in our country.
6 years of investigations, they ain't found shit on him. You know why? Because they set this shit up a long time ago. They said, Trump, now look, we're going to be doing this in about 20 years. We need you to calm down. Make sure you ain't doing nothing wrong. He said, I ain't doing nothing wrong now. What you talking about? I ain't doing nothing but chasing women. Some of them let you grab them by the pussy. Well, that's perfectly okay if they let you. Well, yeah, some of them let you. You know, these women let you do that, especially when you're a billionaire. They think if they let you grab them by the pussy like that, they might get $1 off of it. I don't give my dollars out like that. I didn't become a billionaire being stupid.
And these people are corrupt, and yet they go after innocent people under the guise of legitimacy. Over the years, I've given millions and millions of pages of documents, tax returns, and everything else, and they have found nothing, which means I've proven to be one of the most honest and innocent people ever in our country. And these people are corrupt, and yet
dozens of court documents relating to 8 of pedophile Jeffrey Epstein's associates, including billionaire hotel magnate and female Brit, will be unsealed after judge rules public interest outweighs right to privacy. Now, the hotel magnate, I think they said it was the Hyatt, the guy that owns the Hyatt. I don't really care about him. I want to see what politicians are being controlled. Now, he's being controlled too because they go, hey, we need some money over here. He's got to dig into his hotel money to pay up. It's called blackmail. For the things he did. Was that 15 minutes, 10 minutes, however long it took you to bust your nut? Was it worth it for them bitches to have you controlled for the rest of your life? Not to mention what's going to happen to you when you see the big man upstairs. This shit down here is fleeting. That's eternal. Should have thought about that, buddy. You should have jacked off in a sock. What? You heard what I said? Reverend Al Sharpton gets giant raise and his charity spends $1 million on jets and limousines. He's a race pimp. Reverend should not be in his title. This is like Mr. Warnock. Claims to be a reverend. Somehow I doubt it. Uh-oh, the lizard people. They have gone mostly undetected because they keep us occupied and entertained, bread and circuses. Are you not entertained? Go watch a damn football game and look at the crowds, how easily they're distracted. Robbie. And constantly divided us with endless lies and deceptions, for they know that if and when we stand together as one, we will move mountains. Tear serpent bloodline. As long as we keep them blaming each other, they'll never catch on to us. Tar serpent bloodline. I call them demons. I call them the lizard people. I call them demons. Well, they look like lizard people. Well, that's what do you think a demon's supposed to look like? What is the point of holding any elections if we don't stop the cheating? Well, what cheating are you talking about, Jamie? I showed you a video the other day of them bitches riding up, dropping off stacks of ballots. It was 2,000 Mules 2.0. Number 2, the sequel, whatever you want to call it, happening in Arizona. Showed you video proof of it. You explain it to me what they're doing. Well, they was just being nice for their neighbors. You okay? KN car.
Presidents achieving historic investments in clean energy.
Investments that you and your husband was privy to, and you got rich off of it. Insider trading.
Energy with President George Bush.
Oh, they're clapping for George Bush.
Transformative healthcare reform with President Barack Obama.
The Kenyan. His name is Barry Soroto. Married his high school buddy named Big Mike. Dick about that long. Big as that Amber Turd. Which one of them's the bottom? Barry. He don't even get to reach around. Oh, look at them stand up for Barry. They standing up for Barry. Ain't this sweet?
And forging.
Why y'all doing that? Because we don't want to be called racist. We got to stand up and clap for that black man. He's half white. He's a piece of shit either way you slice him.
Working with three presidents. Transformative healthcare reform with President Barack Obama.
She can't even speak. She's drunk as hell. Eating pills. Hopefully Paul found a new dealer.
And forging the future, from infrastructure to healthcare to climate action with President Joe Biden.
Climate action. Climate action. Y'all better stand back up. 81 million.
Now we must move boldly into the future, grounded by the principles that have propelled us this far and open to fresh possibilities for the future.
Claw. As she does her hands, she's got the claw. Jesus Christ is the only way to God. That's the only way. Ain't none of you doing your good deeds out here gonna get you there. You got to go through Jesus. Every Soros DA needs to be thrown out of office. Did you collect any money from Soros? Or that bushy-headed fucker over there? The one his girlfriend's got the jacked up grill and sleeping around with everybody in the house. How many of them? 10 or 11 of them. I don't know how it was. Stank to high heaven when you walked up in there. Why? Because she don't know how to douche. What are you talking about, Jamie?
Before,
y'all know what I'm talking about.
Not politicize the Department of Justice. That is something that the president said during the campaign. That is something that
we don't politicize the Justice Department. And then here comes Merrick Garland out there going, we're going to politicize the Justice Department and go after Trump again. We didn't get him the first 8 times. We think number 9 will be the one. Who you going to have to do it? That guy that was tied in with Hillary and them.
President said that in his early days of being in the White House, and that continues to be true. But look.
And then you got this black bitch with her curly French fry hair. She's a lesbian. All of those are true facts. You can't strike me because I'm telling the truth. Me as a kid, expecto patronum. Me now, expensive petroleum. That's Harry Potter. The average person doesn't know what the Bilderberg Group is. Research it. Both spoke. His work has revealed mRNA spike protein harm in autopsies. Many Norwegian journalists were present. Let the sword of truth defeat corporate tyranny. The current scene outside of Patoche Joe's in Denton, Texas, where a transgender story time for children is being hosted. They got the armed guards of Antifa out there with the rainbow-colored flags of the pedophiles that are inside gyrating, half-clothed, transgenderized. Mental institutionals would love to have them come back so they could work on them. Transgenders ain't crazy. Well, if you think you're a woman with a penis, something's wrong with the way you think. It's as simple as that. Vice versa. If you got a vagina and think you're a man, mad cow, Rachel, you know who I'm talking to. Somebody's gonna break his guitar. Attention-seeking whores.
Reveal who they are in some way, shape, or form. Researching the cult, I learned that Satanists believe that they have to reveal who they are in some way, shape, or
They had to. That's the deal.
form. So that is why we see a lot of these occult members in Hollywood constantly flaunting symbolism. We see the pyramid, the Illuminati pyramid a lot. We see the evil one eye constantly. It's always on the cover of magazines. We see these are supposed to be the 666 devil symbols. We constantly see those symbols. We also see pedophile symbols, the swirl or the triangle within a triangle.
I guarantee this wasn't his first.
And we also see a lot of these members of the cult go on their social media and they talk about raping children. They talk about worshiping Satan. And people write it off as a joke, but they're not joking. Researching the cult, I learned that Satanists.
Carrie Lake declines to concede, says she's assembling a legal team. What's she feeding them dogs? Hold up, this is called the CFA franc. It is the colonial currency that France prints for 14 African nations.
Moneta coloniale che la Francia stampa per 14 nazioni africane, alla quale
to which it applies seigniorage, and by virtue of which it exploits the resources of these nations. Seigniorage, I don't know how to pronounce that word.
alle quali applica il signoraggio e in forza delle quali sfrutta le risorse di questa nazione.
This is a child who works in a gold mine in Burkina Faso. See that little boy right there? All of y'all bitches on the sassy. Pay attention. He works in a gold mine in Burkina Faso.
Lavora in una miniera d'oro in Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso is one of the poorest nations in the world.
Burkina Faso è una delle nazioni più povere del mondo. Per il Burkina Faso,
France prints colonial money for Burkina Faso, which has gold.
Che ha l'oro, la Francia stampa moneta coloniale. In cambio pretende.
In return, they've demanded 50% of everything that Burkina Faso exports ends up in the coffers of the French treasury. 50-50.
Che finiscano nelle casse del tesoro francese il 50% di tutto quello che il Burkina Faso esporta. L'oro
the gold that this child goes down a tunnel to extract,
che questo bambino si infila in un cunicolo per tirare fuori, finisce
mostly ends up in the coffers of the French state.
Per lo più nelle casse dello Stato francese. Allora
so the solution is not take the Africans and bring them to Europe.
La soluzione non è prendere gli africani e spostarli in Europa.
The solution is to free Africa from certain Europeans who exploit it.
È liberare l'Africa da certi europei che la sfruttano e consentire
and allow these people to live off of what they have.
A queste persone di vivere di quello che hanno.
That's my girl right there, boy. And I don't even understand what she's saying. It has to be translated for me to understand what she's talking about. Robot cop. Where's his head at? How you going to take that thing out? Somebody's got to be able to throw a bolo. One of them bolo things, you wind it up like this and sling it, and it ties its legs up and that thing falls over. And then you run up and you start taking it apart with an axe, pickaxe. Chop that bitch up, melt it down, and make medallions out of it. That's what I did in the Great War. It's going to be called the Great War too. Why is that? Because them other two ain't going to compare to this robot shit we're going to be fighting. I know you're helping me. You're helping me. Finna put me down. Finna put me down because I can't hardly walk no more. I appreciate that. I'm gonna give you a shot right here, right quick. That dog's finna bite that lady's throat out. He's finna bite her throat out. Oh. That dog over there is waiting in line. He knows he's next. He don't seem to care though. Oh. He's finna bite her in the eye. Oh. Let me hook you up right here. Put a little tape right here. My dog would have bit her. My dog would have bit the shit out of her. Hell yes! Do I want Twitter to reinstate the man who called my wife ugly? Hell yes, I do. Ted Cruz said reinstate former President Trump. And Trump called his old lady ugly. If you happen to see what Ted Cruz's wife looks like, she is ugly.
Trail too far. That action by the state against Britain that finally pushes every last citizen of the country that used to be Britain into the grim realisation that those illegitimates are out to get us. The green agenda that guarantees the impoverishment of the peoples of the West by pursuing the lie that wind and solar can take the place of gas, oil and coal.
Did Forrest get to hear that lovely song? I hope he did.
Green agenda that pushes the palpable nonsense.
I hope you recorded it. You can play it again when you got him all gagged up tonight. With the wheelbarrow up under him. He's pulled up in the air in a compromising position. Hopefully you got him some carrots for his birthday.
Since those of us with petrol and diesel cars today are meant to have electric cars.
Put the ball gag in tight.
Tomorrow, when all the evidence makes plain that you and I are meant to be going nowhere, while our self-appointed masters go anywhere and everywhere. The green agenda that invites us to think that net zero and the rest are about anything more than stealing our rights and freedoms while further enriching the already rich. The delegates for COP27 flying in private jets to luxury accommodation in Egypt, where they sat down to meals of £100 a time cuts of prime Aberdeen Angus beef, foie gras, which is the liver.
But they want us eating bugs and weeds.
Of force-fed geese, salmon and sea bass and cream sauces, while pausing between burps to lecture us proles about carbon emissions and the need to eat bugs and genetically modified grass. Those delegates discussing plans to eviscerate the farming industry, to cut farming around the world by anything up to a half in a time of food insecurity for millions. The blindingly obvious realisation that these schemes have nothing to do with saving the planet.
Robbie, look at his mustache. Robbie, now that's a mustache right there, Robbie. Robbie, look how thick and luxurious that thing is. It looks short like a Hitler mustache, but that thing is thick, boy.
But merely the means to bankrupt the farmers and drive them off the land so it may be acquired by transnational corporations.
Robbie couldn't even stand next to him with his mustache. Not with that guy's looking like that. It put Robbie to shame. Patches everywhere. Bald spots.
The realisation that governments and physicians together oversaw the...
Robbie, look at his mustache. Robbie, look at this mustache right here. You can't see no skin through his mustache, Robbie. Look at that. You can't... If we didn't see the rest of this guy's face, you couldn't tell if he was a white or a black guy because of his mustache is so thick.
Most disastrous medical intervention in history, that by setting aside first do no harm and informed consent and opting instead for ruinous lockdowns and coercion, they took a bad situation and made it much worse. The revelation that those so-called vaccines were never even tested to see if they would stop transmission of COVID, which they absolutely did not do, thereby revealing that all the government and media-driven propaganda demanding submission to the needle to save granny was a blatant lie. The revelation that those medical products do not stop a person contracting any virus. The realisation, quite simply expressed, that those medical products making billions for Big Pharma do not work as advertised. Would it be the soaring numbers of people dying from causes unrelated to COVID?
You talking about sudden adult death syndrome? The SADS people?
The people dying or suffering life-altering consequences in the aftermath of submitting to the jabs, released only under the terms of emergency use authorization.
Emergency use authorization is not FDA approved. You don't have to take it, and you're a dumbass if you do. But you can take it. I'm fully in favor of you being a dumbass if you want to be. Go right ahead.
The number of otherwise healthy people, young people included, dropping dead or being found dead in their beds.
Grecian formula or just for men?
Forbidden to ask if the so-called vaccines have anything to do with those excess deaths. Or the realisation that...
Wash that grey right out of his hair. Wash that grey right out of his hair.
All the currencies...
Calgon! Take him away.
In the world, the pound, the dollar, the euro, are now nothing more than Ponzi schemes, fraudulent confidence tricks doomed ultimately to collapse, and soon, and that ought to have put their operators in jail long ago. The news from the US that another Ponzi scheme called FTX, a cryptocurrency exchange owned and operated by a 30-year-old wunderkind, has crashed, taking billions of dollars into oblivion. Tens of billions of US dollars were sent by the Biden administration to Ukraine. Ukraine invested some of that in FTX. Then FTX donated $40 million to the Democrat campaign for the midterms. At what point does it become legitimate to ask if this was profiteering or money laundering? Now the collapse of FTX could potentially be seized upon by Biden's administration as the excuse they were waiting for to pass legislation to take control of cryptocurrencies. Killing two birds with one stone, anyone? What about the knowledge that college dropout computer software salesman Bill Gates has acquired more than 250,000 acres of farmland in the US for purposes unknown? Or the daily and nightly arrival by dinghies of tens of thousands of young men on Britain's southern shore, where they are ferried to hotels for free accommodation, free money, free food and access to all the GP and dental appointments you can't get, all of it at the taxpayer's expense. The knowledge that their arrival is aided and abetted by Serco, a company whose outgoing chief executive is Rupert Soames, grandson of Winston Churchill, the wartime leader made immortal by his vow to defend the beaches. Oh, the irony. Or the fact that Serco has the contract for finding accommodation for those migrants, that profits hugely by offering millions a time to hoteliers to sack their staff and turn their properties into hostels for those young men, always young men. The realisation, in my eyes anyway, is that the British born and raised here have been put at the back of the queue for everything their taxes pay for, so that all of those benefits can be extended to new arrivals. The realisation that the powers that be are intent on breaking the morale and spirit of the British, transforming us into a compliant, dependent, unquestioning herd, ready to accept whatever indignity might be foisted upon us next. The threat of nuclear war, dear God, the existential threat we all grew up fearing in the last third of the 20th century. The climax we're being invited to accept as somehow inevitable, the very existence of every man, woman and child apparently hanging in the balance amidst all the politics as the fighting drags on month after month. And then, as if all of that wasn't enough, look at the politics here. Last week came the financial statement from Hunt, the Chancellor no one wanted except the markets that make our country's decisions for us. I listened to as much of his rubbish as I could before I felt the gorge rise in my throat.
77 inches of snow.
Surely I thought this litany of contempt, nudge unit grooming, obfuscation and downright patronising piffle would awaken the slumbering, sleepwalking masses to the now undeniable, unmissable fact that those occupying the great offices of state are working around the clock to break Britain and the British. No help for the workers. No help for pubs and restaurants. No help and only more hurt for small businesses of all sorts. No help for those who generate the modest profits upon which everything in our society depends. Those who received no furlough, not a cent, are to reach into empty pockets and pay for those that did. This is the equivalent of throwing a dinner party, inviting some to enjoy all they can eat, and then insisting that those who watched from outside the restaurant, hungry while they pressed their noses against the glass,
hold on, he's telling us the truth there, Frank.
For food they didn't eat.
Frank, he's trying to wake up people in Britain to the same thing that's going on over here in America. Dozens of documents relating to the late pedophile Jeffrey Epstein associates to be unsealed. He baked some iPhone cookies. to trick cops into pulling him over. Then I just take a bite and ask if cookies are illegal. Oh, you son of a bitch. That's genius. Y'all coppers is playing for the wrong team. It's getting ready to pop off, boy. It's getting ready to pop off. The new Greta Thunberg.
But doing another. Simply put, they are lying. Those are not my words or the words of another youth climate activist. No, those are the words of the UN Secretary General, Antonio Guterres.
Okay. What's his words?
What language do we need to translate the climate data into for you to take action?
How about some English where you're telling us the truth? Because y'all told us back in the 80s, 70s, and 80s that we was going to freeze to death. Y'all was wrong. What makes you think we're going to believe you now? Notice the UN flag.
Please tell us. Is there a secret leader's language that we don't know about?
Yeah.
Because I have to believe the only reason that you are not taking climate action at the pace and scale required is that you do not have the information.
What's the pace and scale required? Could you tell us?
Because if you did have the information and you were only pretending to take action, that would be unforgivable.
Would it?
Or in the words of Secretary General Guterres, that would be lying. We need leaders to stop lying. Or, as our youth volunteers translated for me, in Arabic, kafan il kadbi, stop lying. Or in Mandarin, tingje shwahong, stop lying. Or in French, arrête de mentir.
That's 4 languages.
Or Russian, prekrativat. Or Spanish, deja de mentir.
6.
Whatever the language, we need leaders to stop lying.
Say it in Eskimoian. I want to hear it in Eskimoian. If you can't speak it in Eskimoian, bitch, get off the stage. Get off the stage. You and your climate change bullshit. Invisible penis season has arrived. Get down on it, girl. Whoa, yeah. Invisible penis season has arrived. Well, she's coughing. Because it's so big. I'm gagging a bitch. Yeah. Huge penis. Look at that. How to Live with a Huge Penis by Michelle Obama. She's got Barack Obama up in there. Invisible penis seasoning. Stop believing there's climate change. I never did believe it. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. That's an owl. Sunbathing owl. Sunbathing owl. I used to love sitting in the woods and see them in the woods. But they would look, they'd land and look right at you. That's how great their eyesight is. That thing's huge. Sunbathing. The year is 2050. Batman was too problematic. Their name is now Bat Person. Has a Black Lives Matter bumper sticker and Batmobile. Provides a safe space for others. Refers to women as birthing persons. No butler. Drinks only soy milk. Non-binary. Uses they, them pronouns. Non-violent. Funded by Bill Gates. Had a vasectomy. Accuse your enemy of what you're doing as you are doing it to create confusion. Karl Marx. Tactics used by the Democrats. Why do we need cell towers every 3 miles if the president could call the moon in 1969? Because space is fake. Space is fake. Yep, you're still trying to convince me to get a experimental injection. You can fuck off right over yonder. Elon Musk is on track to count 15 million votes in 24 hours. Maricopa County is still working on 1.5 million and it's been 2 weeks. True. When you drop some conspiracy knowledge on a friend and their only response is, if it were true, it would be on the news. Yeah, the news would tell us if something like that was happening. This is Donald Trump's last post from the Twitter. So I've been saying for a long time, Twitter has gone further and further in banning free speech, and tonight Twitter employees have coordinated with the Democrats and the radical left in removing my account from their platform to silence me and you, the 75 million great patriots who voted for me. Twitter may be a private company, but without the government's gift of Section 230, they would not exist for long. I predicted this would happen. We have been negotiating with various other sites, and we'll have a big announcement soon, while we also look at the possibilities of building our own platform in the near future. We will not be silenced. Twitter is not about free speech. They are all about promoting a radical left platform where some of the most vicious people in the world are allowed to speak freely. Stay tuned. Oh, that girl's bald. Oh, it's a transgender female. Transgender cheerleader. A transgender cheerleader. Oh, don't you make your mama proud. GOP Congresswoman Lauren Boebert is finally victorious in Colorado. This is good news. And the guy she was running against said, y'all ain't got to recount the votes. Why not? We don't want y'all digging, finding out shit. You're going to bring the famous bag that is found in different cultures and even rather different continents. What kind of bag is that? Mesopotamia? What is that? It's a dumbbell or something. I don't know what it is. Antifa out here in Denton trying to look tough. Here we go. Never forget, this is what they were doing. This is what they were doing when the pandemic was really bad. How y'all got time to be doing all this shit when y'all supposed to be treating all them sick people that's coming in here? Well, they're not really sick people coming in here, and we don't have the regular sick people coming in here because we got y'all scared about the COVID sick people coming in here. We got to do something to fill our time. Because if you ain't got something to do, a dance routine or making love to the janitor, time drags by when you ain't doing no work. No amnesty for y'all bitches that pushed this on America. Crimes against humanity. Look at them. COVID overloads the hospital. Tired to the bone. Hospitals overwhelmed with virus cases. Really? Tired to the bone. People are going to die. Hospitals in half the states are facing massive staffing shortages as COVID-19 surges. Really? She danced somewhere. The world is mad that y'all lied to us. All because of this sick sumbitch right here. This dick-headed sumbitch right here. But it's really the people behind him. You know why? Because you can see him. You can't see who's controlling him.
Appeared just a day or two ago at a hearing before Congress and was asked a question by Representative Clay.
You white supremacist son of a bitch. Where'd you come from?
Higgins,
he looks like a deep South white supremacist.
Republican of Louisiana. Did the FBI have confidential human sources embedded within the January 6th protesters on January 6th of 2021?
Well, I can't tell you about that. I can't talk about it. We played that video. I can't talk to you about that, though. You know that we can't release the way we do things over here in the FBI. We're secretive like that. We can't let you know if we had people implanted out there in the mix, because y'all might think we're trying to start something, and we're really not trying to start nothing. We're trying to stop things. We're the FBI. We're the good guys. You okay? You know where you can take that bullshit? Right over there where that guy over there is trying to give me the jab. You can take that bullshit right over there.
Woman, Ilhan Omar.
Shut up, McCarthy, you traitorous son of a bitch.
That's a rightful boo. I remember what she said about me. I remember what she said about Israel. I remember what she said about the relationship.
Traitor.
I remember it so much. I promised you last year that as Speaker, she no longer would be on foreign affairs. And I'm keeping that promise now.
Get rid of his ass. Him and Mitch McConnell both. Him and Mitch McConnell both. They're part of the problem. How long you been up in Washington, D.C.? If it's more than 2 years, get out. Why? Because it shouldn't take y'all this long to fix shit. And if it does, you're clearly not the person for the job.
Regardless of the intent to mislead. Misinformation is damaging, but it can be innocent. Disinformation, on the other hand, is false information knowingly and intentionally spread.
Oh, what y'all been telling us about this vaccine? Is that what you're knowingly? Y'all knew it didn't work.
It is always malicious. It is never benign. And it is never acceptable. We need only
and why does he sound like a German?
Only look to the battle against COVID-19 to see the impact.
They sound like, what's his name? They sound like Count Dracula.
Malevolent disinformation about the virus and vaccines. And the gross politicization of COVID
Get a rope
to lead the unnecessary and preventable suffering.
Oh, in the gulag, inside Call of Duty 2.0, in the gulag, on one side of the gulag, there's a platform and it's got 3 nooses hanging off of it. You know what I said? You racist sons of bitches. Y'all got that noose there because y'all know that was a black lesbian playing this game. You better take them down. That's racist.
And death. As close as...
What are you talking about, Jamie? I'm talking about them racist son bitches over at Call of Duty that put them nooses in the gulag. What are you trying to say? Black people go to prison? Is that what you're saying? Are you trying to intimidate me with them nooses over there lynching black people? We know what you're doing. Well, you don't think no white people's ever been hung in the... Well, yeah, but it don't matter. Black power.
As I am to that situation, you need not take it from me.
They are. They're garage openers.
Scientific and medical experts have said the same thing. No less an authority than former...
Shut up. I don't want to listen to your bullshit, you lying piece of crap. Mexican word of the day is piece of sheet. Joe Biden is a piece of sheet. Hold up, my man Cat Turd and them's in here. That was my man Cat Turd, Elon Musk, and Trump. CBS News is pausing their activity on Twitter in light of the uncertainty and out of an abundance of caution. Well, y'all didn't do that one before Musk bought it. Why y'all doing it now?
Engineers, in light of the uncertainty around Twitter and out of an abundance of caution, CBS News is pausing its activity on the social media site.
Yay! Yay, we don't have to hear none of y'all's bullshit lies on Twitter. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for taking your shit off there. We appreciate that. Now go over there and fade away into oblivion.
As it continues to monitor the platform, Major.
I wouldn't let your asses back on there if you left voluntarily. Musk is running this place with 50 people now. 8,000 have been fired. Platform still, this is the platform right here. Still working great. What the hell were all them people doing? I put in there yesterday, they were doing butthole yoga or sun bleach butthole yoga, drinking lattes, something like that when somebody posed that question on there. That's what all of them other people were doing. They wasn't doing no damn work. Well, we worked hard for an hour a week. Looks like he's having fun, though. Home of Vladimir Putin. That's nice. Look at that. That looks like some kind of Star Trek shit.
The very, very wide world. The very, very wide world. The very,
Uh-oh, that's the sheep still doing the circle. Sheep are still doing the circle. Andrew Tate is back on Twitter.
What's up about BJJ? BJJ. Let me tell you something. BJJ is absolutely useless outside of the cage or your dojo. It's useless on the street.
What is BJJ for people that
Brazilian
don't know?
Jiu-Jitsu. It's useless. You can't do a double leg takedown on concrete. You're gonna fuck yourself up. Even if you do take him down to the ground, many submissions don't work if he can bite or if he can scratch your eyes or if he can pull a knife. Thirdly, you don't know if he has friends. You're gonna take him to the ground, put him in an arm bar, and his friend's gonna fucking football kick you in the head or curb stomp you, and you're gonna die, right? The number one rule of street fighting is stay on your feet. Number one rule, you might need to run. You probably should run. Especially you hit a dude and he goes, run. You don't know, he might get up and draw. Well, what are you standing around for, right? So rolling around on the floor with some dude is amateur hour. And all these Brazilian jiu-jitsu guys, every time I say this, like, no, BJJ, they're a bunch of dorks. It's useless. You could take the best BJJ guy in the world, put him against two normal men to have a street fight, and he'd struggle. He can't use what he knows, because the other guy's just going to start hitting him. That's the first thing. Second thing I get here a lot of is Krav Maga. Krav Maga is the biggest crock. You've watched too many movies where you think, oh, if someone comes at me with an AK, what I'll do is, and I'll grab it and I'll flip it. If someone comes at you with an AK, woo, you're in trouble. And London's a perfect example of the stabbing capital of the world. When's the last time you've seen a single video of anyone get the knife disarmed? And there's no such thing as a knife disarmed. Someone's going to sneak up on you with a blade and you're going to get stabbed. And you're going to die, right? And you're going to die quick. Because knives are a lot more ruthless than people understand. You're not going to, this whole Krav Maga fantasy movie crap is garbage. If you want to learn to fight in the street, you learn, I'm a kickboxer. And it's not kickboxing either. Because of the few street altercations I have, I didn't kick because I'm either in jeans or I'm on wet grass or there's people around. Kicks are a risk with balance, right? You just smack a guy in the mouth. That's what you do. So if you want to learn to fight, you box. If you can throw a good 1-2 bump bomb, if you can box enough, that's all you should need in your life. And after you hit him, get out of there before he either gets up or someone else in the crowd you don't see sucker punches you or the cops roll up.
True. Oh, look at that pointer. We had pointers like this when I was little. Oh, it sees the birds. We had a dog one time that caught a bird. You know, when you're quail hunting, the dog's pointing like that. You can't see these birds because they're so well camouflaged in the wild. I go, where's he at? He's like, and dead he goes right there. Where? I don't see the damn thing. Bird takes off. Our dog catches it out of the air. Yeah. The WNBA down bad. She's palming that basketball. Not really. She's got tape on her hand. Because her hand's not that big. She's not like Griner. Griner's got a dick about that long and man hands. Where's she at? She's in Russian prison. In the gulag. Listen up, conservative politicians. If you win in November, you better do something for us this time and not just sit on your lazy asses. We're pissed at everyone, not just the dumb fuck, dim libtards. This is my man, he was in, what's his name, Butch? Hold on a minute, I'll tell you what his name is. What the hell is it? What the hell is it? Lee Majors. No, not Lee Majors. That's not Lee Majors. That's, he was really a Marine, though. He was in the Dirty Dozen. What's his name, Butch? Lee Marvin. Lee Marvin? Lee Marvin. Real Marine. A duck wears a little hat. That's a flower. We had the most corrupt FBI and DOJ in our nation's histories. These two traitors belong in prison. They're destroying the rule of law in the U.S. They're more dangerous than 1,000 Putins. Old MacDonald had a farm. Had. That's Bill Gates with the gas can. New vagina manual. Well, you know, you're going to have to stretch this thing out. If you don't, it's going to close up on you. I think that's a transgender person. Fact checking the fact checkers. Fact check, AP falsely claims no evidence exists, Joe. Hunter Biden spoke about foreign business deals. Fact check. Seems that they did. Talk about it. Texas Governor Abbott is deploying National Guard troops in M113 armored personnel carriers to various positions along the border after invoking the invasion clause in an attempt to quell the large influx of migrants into the state. Shoot the bastards. You wouldn't have to put that tank down there. Shoot 4 or 5 of them. Well, I don't give a rat's ass. Stop breaking into the damn country. You don't want to get shot? Stop breaking into the country. Thailand. They done breaking up. They're going crazy in Thailand now? Got a gun. Oh, that's a monk. That's a monk. It's got to be pretty bad over there. The monks are getting into the shit. Street Fighter. Uh-oh. Look at the way that key does it. Look at the key. This is showing you exactly how a key works. Look at that. Look. Showing you exactly how it works. It's like a lock that's cut in half, so you can see that. Notice how they did it, cut that thing in half so you can see it. That's amazing, though. You learn stuff on this channel. Every day you learn something. San Francisco, California. That shit on the street right there. Richard, lying bastard.
Come on, bitch. Come on, bitch. I'm gonna drag you to the fucking
He looks like he done shit all over himself.
Yeah, go down.
Oh, the streets are nice. He's a barber. He's a barber.
Come on, bitch. Come on, bitch. I'm gonna drag you to the fucking Lamborghini. Go down. Yeah, go down.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. Why don't you pick up some of that trash? Pick up some of that trash, bitch. Ice, ice, baby. Ice, ice, baby. Y'all get it? Some of y'all don't know that song. Ice, ice, baby. Cats are cool. Where's my money, Joe? I've been a Trumper from the start, but after today's insult by the DOJ against Donald Trump, I'm even more entrenched in the MAGA Trumper camp. Mega MAGA. I'm mega MAGA, baby. If Twitter is still running with virtually no employees, I'm wondering if the same should be done with the government. Good point. Nazi swastika. APAC. Look at it. Well, that's not black like a swastika. Well, it's still in the same shape. Still in the same shape. President Joe Biden's frequent trips to Delaware has cost roughly $11 million. I don't care about that. I do, but I don't. Oh, Drizzy!
Of a heart attack by cell phone.
What is he looking at? What is he looking at over his shoulder? Drizzy was telling me something called the black dog. Said, you ain't never heard about the black dogs? No, I ain't never heard about the black. I have heard about the angel of death. I think that's what these people are seeing, the angel of death. Coming for them. They can see into that realm. Why? Because death is part of that realm. Death is a different realm. When you die, you just don't just disappear, gone. It's another doorway into another realm. And I think he's seeing what's coming around trying to get him, to bring him over.
Damning new footage has just surfaced of a heart attack by cell phone. It is now confirmed that cell phones can kill instantaneously. They don't just cause cancer. They cause heart attacks and strokes. Check out this new footage.
I don't think it's a cell phone. Could be.
It's just like all
There's
of
another
the
one.
videos that we've seen.
Why are they always looking over their right shoulder?
The spin of death.
Like
touching
her.
Their phone as they're taken out. This is a syndrome. These people are being murdered. And these are the videos.
Like they see it flying in. What is that coming in?
Your phone can kill you. And you have no way to protect yourself. You have no warning. It's just execution without due process. That's the way technology works these days. And it's not just the cell phones. It's the cell towers. It's the routers. Everything has been weaponized. And we're now living in a giant kill grid. Under occupation, being held hostage by the New World Order. Directed energy weapons are everywhere, but now even cell phones can kill you. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Nothing is safe anymore thanks to technology and Bill Gates and Klaus Schwab and the like. This could be you simply for not taking the vaccine. They have your number. They know who you are. This could be you for posting on Facebook or Instagram.
I mean, I guess
this could be you.
They be looking at me. They'll be coming from me. Oh, Kenneth Ray. More than 130 people, including Gloria Steinem and women's rights organizations, have signed an open letter to support Amber Heard. Turds about that long. Who lost a defamation suit this year brought up by her ex-husband, Johnny Depp. Should have thought about that before you took a shit on his favorite pillow. He could have forgive you when you was attacking him and cut his pinky off. He could have let that slide. But when you went up into his bedroom and he had the Charlie Brown pillowcase on there, and you took a big monstrous dump on it, right on his pillow, he could have let that slide. But you blamed it on his dog. You don't do that to a man. Not to a real man, you don't. You don't blame his dog for shitting in the bed when you know damn good and well you did it. Oh, there's a Maxine Waters blowing kisses to that curly-headed fuck. Bankman-Fried. SBF. Sam Bankman-Fried. All right, I reckon we're going to wrap this up for today. We're going to go over to the gaming side. Too bad Robbie didn't call us. I wanted to ask him about his mustache and if everything was going all right with it. If it had started growing back in the patches places over there on the side where you could see skin. Wanted to see if it was filling in like a forest that had been set on fire. Donald Trump said, break the forest if you don't want to have forest fires, Robbie. Yeah, I reckon we'll get over there on the other side, go to the gaming side. What's up, man? What's Robbie? Reckon we'll holler at y'all. Had fun today. It's Saturday. Cloudy outside right now, getting dark. Cold this morning. We'll holler at y'all later.